Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is 14 DPO. It is in the evening. It's a little bit a different timing than I usually test, but we just got back from an event we were selling at for this weekend. So 14 DPO, and I still have not gotten AF. I did test this morning with one of the easy at home tests, but I thought I'd go ahead since AF never arrived. I'm gonna take one for the evening. So I saved my afternoon urine before I took a shower for the day. And we're gonna go ahead and dip that. I'm not sure if we're gonna see anything because I did take one this morning and it was negative. And I took one, well, I've been testing since 8 DPO, and I showed you guys, I think it was about 2 days ago on that video, how all my tests have been blank ever since then. But I told you guys I would do a testing with you to see the results if I did miss my period. So that day when I took that test, I was spotting a little bit, very light pink mixed with a lot of egg white CM, and that has kind of continued. It has been off and on. Like the rest of that day when I took that video, I had the very light pink, but ever since that it kind of dried up. I don't have like the egg white CM anymore, but it seems to just be like very light brown spotting, or brown spotting in general. Like for the past 2 days I've been putting on a tampon or a pad. When I put on a pad, it just has like a little bit of old blood on it, and then when I take the tampon out, it's just a little bit of blood like at the very tip, the tip that's closest to the cervix. So that's what's been going on for the past 2 days. So I'm just curious to see what this afternoon test will say. So I'm going to go ahead and dip it. It could be that AF is going to arrive tonight or between tomorrow, the next couple days. It might just be late because my body is still trying to get back on track after the miscarriage last month. But I figured it's not gonna hurt to go ahead and just test to see what happens with today's test and just continue to keep tracking on what happens. So let's go ahead and right now. And then the last time I did a video and I showed you guys my test, which I think it was 2 days ago. So the last time I did that one, I was having a lot of cramping, like AF cramping. I was pretty sure that I was gonna get AF at that point. I thought I was gonna get it early. So let me go ahead and dip this. But all that has kind of just went away. I feel like the twinging and slight cramps every now and then, but nothing like that day that I had the egg white mixed with the pink spotting. So that is going through. These are the 8 easy at home tests. So let's put that down. I think that is a couple minutes. I've just been giving it some time because they seem to be just like the Walmart 88-cent tests where it takes a while for them to develop, and if you look at them too early, they're very streaky. So it still has like the dye going across it. So these are all my tests so far. So for 13 DPO yesterday, this was like the only funky test that I've had out of this batch so far, where you could see the dye was kind of still going across and it just never moved. I don't know why that dried like that. But then all the way at the bottom, that is this morning's test, and to me it's completely negative. I don't really see anything going on that. So most likely AF might be late this cycle. Maybe I'm just not gonna have AF this cycle. I don't really know what to expect since I did have a miscarriage. With my last miscarriage in 2019, I'm pretty sure I remember my cycle just being normal, just coming back normally, and I had a regular pretty medium, I would describe it as a medium cycle the time after my miscarriage. So I've never really had very light periods, so I'm not really sure what is going on, if AF is on her way or if I'm just going to be late. After thinking that I was going to be early, now I'm actually going to be late. So let's give this test a couple more minutes. We will see the results together and we will just continue to wait and see. Alright, it's been plenty of time to have this test finished, be developed. So let's show you guys first and try to focus it on the camera. And I'll look at it closer myself. Let me try to get comfortable here. I don't think I see anything. It's just very bright out here. So from the camera, it looks pretty blank to me. Nice and bright and white. I don't see any faint lines, but I'm not going to be able to tell until I look closer. So let me take a look. Yeah, I don't see any lines. I do see a little blotch of ink, like a tiny blotch of ink still going across, I think. Let me put it down against the other test too. That might help compare it from this morning's test. And every cycle is different. Every pregnancy is different. My last pregnancy in April that ended in a miscarriage, as you guys all saw, that one I didn't test until 14 DPO, the day of my missed period, similar to today. And that one I tested with a clear blue, a blue dye, and we got really like very faint lines on those tests. And then the next day at 15 DPO, I actually got a positive on the clear blue digital. And this time around, so this is 14 DPO, but I'm using a whole different type of test, so I am not sure if that has anything to do with it. But there is the test. See, all I see is that little blotch, that gray spot. It's like a dot right at the upper middle. I'm not seeing any lines, so I'm probably going to call this a negative. So if AF does not arrive tomorrow, I guess I will go ahead and do another testing video. I have a bunch of these easy at home tests, and they've been really good about not giving me any evap lines, so I'm just going to continue testing with them, because if anything does happen on this cycle, eventually these tests will have to start showing a positive. So I'd like to keep track of line progression with the same exact tests and have them taped on here just like that, because the last time when I was pregnant, I was also taking all kinds of different tests and it was hard to track the line progression. I wish I would have just tested with the same tests so we could have seen and tracked the line progression a little bit better. But I'm gonna glue this on here, and I'll be back tomorrow if AF has not arrived. I'll probably do a morning testing video tomorrow for 15 DPO. So thanks for watching this video and following along our TTC journey, and hoping that we are able to get pregnant again very soon after experiencing the loss from last month. So we will see what happens. Wish you the best of luck if you are TTCing as well. I'll see you guys probably tomorrow if AF hasn't arrived. But if AF does arrive, I will give you guys a short update video as well. Alright, thanks for watching.